pretty morning.
Her boat may only be moving at 40 miles per hour, but what you're witnessing is jet speed. Jet Williams's motor can't be measured, especially when it's spending a day on the lake.
It's fun to be able to get up and watch the world wake up and hear the birds and just be a part of nature. I grew up down on the Gulf Coast, so water was just part of your makeup, whether it was the river or the bay or the Gulf of Mexico. And I remember probably getting my first fishing rod at about maybe 5 and going out in the back when I had a hula hoop. And I'd try and practice and ring that hula hoop.
60 years on the water and a rod and reel still create childlike anticipation.
I just love being outside. And when you can come out here and whether you catch anything or not, of course, it helps to catch, but just the peace, and it's just you and the fish. And I even turned the cell phone off, because I tell you what, it's a heart stopper when you get one.
It's just that getting one is never guaranteed.
It's quiet as anything out here, isn't it? Everything sounds like a fish, looks like a fish. I want it to be a fish. Come on. I don't think there's anything in here. And you know, the thing about it is you know they're here.
Jet's experienced enough to know that frustration and fishing can't be separated. For beginners, she says, prepare to be humble.
The thing about starting out, just remember, even the professionals had to start somewhere. Whether, you know, the first thing to do is, on a lot of it is trial and error, but the thing about it is you're just gonna have to get out there and get the line fouled, get hung in a tree. You're gonna make mistakes, and you're gonna get, like what we were talking about, they say that if you don't get hung up, then you're not casting in the right area.
In other words, it's hard to be a star out here, but Jet already has that part of life covered.
Your cheating heart will make you weak.
Hank's daughter carries on the Williams family tradition, that tour bus carrying her to stages across the country.
But sleep won't come.
Singing her songs and the ones her daddy made famous to fans around the world.
Your cheating heart will tell on you.
No one will ever take a Hank song away from Hank, but by going out and sharing it with his friends and his fans, it brings him closer to me, and I think I bring him closer to them.
Jet's singing voice isn't the only thing passed down from her daddy. Her love of the wild side can be traced back to Hank as well.
He was an avid fisherman, an avid hunter. He used to fish around here. He also fished at Kentucky Lake, and in fact, one time he stayed so long on the water they actually had to send a seaplane to pick him up, that he had bypassed the time to leave the lake, to get in the car, to make the show.
So singing and fishing are part of her DNA, passed along from Dad. 60-year-old lyrics serve to remind of Hank's love of the outside, wild side.
He wrote one called, I went down to the river to watch the fish swim by, but when I got to the river, the doggone river was dry.
Now with her own guitar career, she's accompanied always with wild side gear, touring the world's indoor stages at dusk and its outdoor ones at dawn.
That when you do become a sports person, that you actually get to participate in a sunrise or sunset or to see the beauty of nature that we have.
Sometimes waking up at the Cherokee Marina outside Gallatin on that 1936 classic intercoastal cruiser, a Star 2, with a cameo appearance in the Bogart Bacall film, Key Largo.
My husband and I, we get a lot of pleasure out of people admiring the boat, and you can just see the love that they've got, because this is truly a picture and a boat of American history.
All part of Williams' jet-fueled life, where the songs keep her smiling.
But if you've got a heartache that won't let go of you, you might have those Hank Williams blues.
And the blues get wiped away by this.
How's that? I got to try and catch a fish. All right. Oh man, look at there. And if I'm lucky enough and I get one, then it's an award-winning day.
I'm Terry Bolger on Tennessee's Wild Side.